Okay, welcome, and in this short course I'm going to teach you how to say I love you in Dutch. So, have you ever wanted to say I love you in Dutch? Expressing your love is an important matter in any language and relationship, and therefore you'll learn here how to say I love you in Dutch. And in short, the words that you use to say I love you are ik hou van jou. Right, so you see here on your screen, you see on the left hand side, you see the Dutch, ik hou van jou, and on the right hand side you see I love you. In the middle there you see the way you pronounce it. So to say to someone I love you in Dutch you say ik hou van jou. But then maybe you also want to know if the other person loves you, right? So how are you going to ask that? So let's take a look at that. So do you love me? So if you want to know that, you ask the question, hou je van mij? Hou je van mij? Alright, so these are two important ones. Let's practice these together. So the first one, please repeat after me. Ik hou van jou. Ik hou van jou. Yes, repeat after me. Let's go to the next one. Hou je van mij? Hou je van mij? Yes, did you repeat that? Good, because that's how you practice it, right? Keep listening to me and copy the pronunciation. Alright, I have some more things for you in this short course. So before we go into that, I just want to show you that we use in this course a simple pronunciation notation system. And on the right in red, you see the traditional phonetic system. That's quite a difficult system. It's very correct and good, but it's quite difficult to apply if you haven't studied that. So in this course, we use in the green circle, you see the pronunciation. And the pronunciation is made from somebody from an English perspective. So every time you read that notation of that pronunciation, you need to keep in mind that it's an English speaker who says that. Alright, let's take a look what we're going to look further in this course. So what we're going to look at is Dutch phrases to say you like someone. So we said already I love you, but also different forms, right? To say you like somebody, you care about someone. Then we also going to look at common Dutch phrases you will need to set up a date. So imagine you are in the Netherlands or in Belgium, or you have somebody in your country wherever you're living and that person is Dutch and you want to set up a date. Then here I'll teach you some sentences to set up that date in Dutch. And then of course there's a whole variety of Dutch words related to love that are also important for you. So let's dive into it and we go to the first one. So, Dutch phrases to say you like someone. So, expressing that you like someone before saying that you love them is of course important too. So, expressing your feelings honestly is very important in any relationship. Impress your lover with your Dutch language skill and make his or her day by saying something in Dutch to them. What you can also do if you want to write a card or a text message or something, then you can also copy the characters and learn how to write them in Dutch. Your date will be impressed. So let's look at the first one. So the first one, if you want to say a very casual one that you can use a lot, is of course to tell somebody that you like them. So you can say in English, you say I like you. In Dutch you say ik vind je leuk. Literally that means actually I find you nice. That's actually what it would mean. So ik vind je leuk, that's an important one, so remember that one. Ik vind je leuk. Then another one is if you face further down the line and you got a crush on someone. So if you want to say that, I've got a crush on you. In Dutch you say ik ben verliefd op je. Right, so verliefd zijn becomes for loving, right? So you first like someone, then you fall in love with them, and then you love them. So in Dutch, we have then to say that you're starting to really love someone, so you got a crush on someone. Ik ben verliefd op jou. Ik ben verliefd op jou. Then another one that we can use, you are so cute. Right, so if you want to make a compliment, you want to say to the other person that they're so cute and you show affection to the person, you can say in Dutch, you can say, je bent zo schattig. Je bent zo schattig. Right? Yes, that's a nice way to talk to someone. Oh, je bent zo schattig. Then if you want to say that they're very beautiful, you're so beautiful. If you want to say that in Dutch, you can say, je bent zo mooi. Je bent zo mooi. right? So here you got a few expressions. I will teach you more, but let's practice these together, okay? So let's go to the first one and repeat after me, because it's important you pronounce it in the right way. Ik vind je leuk. Ik vind je leuk. Repeat after me. Ik vind je leuk. All right, good. Then we go to the second one. Ik ben verliefd op je. Repeat after me. Ik ben verliefd op jou. Yes, one more time. Ik ben verliefd op jou. I've got a crush on you. Good. Then we go to the third one. Repeat after me. Je bent zo schattig. Je bent zo schattig. Right? One more time. Je bent zo schattig. Yes, you're so cute. And then the fourth one. Je bent zo mooi. Je bent zo mooi. Okay. Right? So that is all 4 phrases now that you know that you can use to like someone. But I've got a few more for you. Let's go to the next session. So another few that you can express when you like someone, a little longer and maybe a little bit more difficult, this one. And that is, you mean so much to me, right? That's a very good sentence, because if you mean something to someone, that goes deeper, right, than a friendship. And in Dutch you would say, je betekent ontzettend veel voor me. Right? That's a bit difficult, right? Je betekent ontzettend veel voor me. Okay, so that's a good sentence that you can use. And another one that you can use is, for example, you look great. So if you want to say and you want to pay a compliment to someone, so this is actually one that you can use quite a lot, of course. You look great. You say, je ziet er goed uit. Je ziet er goed uit. Je ziet er goed uit. Right, so that's a compliment that you can use on many occasions. Then one more, that's to say my dear to someone, right? My dear, and then we could say mijn schatje, right? Yes, so these are 3 more expressions and phrases that you can use to indicate that you like someone. So practice this together again, okay? So let's go to the first one. That is the most difficult one, I would say, for a beginner. And that is, je betekent ontzettend veel voor me. Repeat after me. Je betekent ontzettend veel voor me. Yeah, I know that's a bit difficult, but you can replay it. Then the next one, the second one. If you want to say somebody looks great, you say, je ziet er goed uit. Je ziet er goed uit. Repeat after me. Je ziet er goed uit. Yes, that is great. Then we go to the last one, and that is the third one. That is my dear. And in Dutch we say, mijn schatje. Repeat after me. Mijn schatje. Yes, exactly. Right. Great. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some phrases that we can use to set up a date. So maybe you have met someone and you would like to get to know them better. Let us take a look at some sentences or phrases that you can use in the initial dating phase of a relationship. And in these early stages, you maybe want to ask him or her to go out with you. So let's see how we can do that in Dutch. So the first one, it's a traditional sentence, right? To ask somebody out for dinner. So would you like to go out to dinner with me? I mean, that's quite a mouthful, right? It's a long sentence. So how would you say that in Dutch? You would say, heb je zin om met mij uit eten te gaan? Heb je zin om met mij uit eten te gaan? Yes, that means, would you like to go out for dinner with me? So that is one sentence to ask somebody out. Let's take a look at another one. Let's go on a date. So that's a little bit of a shorter, easier sentence. So that would be, wil je met me uit? Wil je met me uit? So what you're going to do then, that's still not clear, right? Just let's go on a date and later you decide, oh, we're going for coffee or to the park or for dinner or to the club, whatever. So, wil je met me uit? Then we've got another one, a little bit longer one. This is also quite a good sentence that you could use. And this is, would you like to hang out with me? So in English, if you want to say, would you like to hang out with me? So this is quite a casual question. You could say to the person, heb je zin om samen iets te gaan doen? Heb je zin om samen iets te gaan doen? So remember these 3 sentences, they're good. So I want to make sure that they stick in your mind. So let's go to the first one and we practice them together, okay? Like before. So the first sentence, heb je zin om met mij uit eten te gaan? So repeat after me. Heb je zin om met mij uit eten te gaan? Yes, good, good, good. Let's go to the second one. That's a casual one, easy to say. Wil je met me uit? Repeat after me. Wil je met me uit? Yes, good. And then we go to the third one. Heb je zin om samen iets te gaan doen? And repeat after me. Heb je zin om samen iets te gaan doen? Yes. So here are a few phrases. So let's continue with some phrases more to set up a date. And in this case, you want to ask an open question. And you're going to ask, are you free this weekend? Right? So how are you saying that in Dutch? Luckily, the word weekend is almost the same in Dutch. And then in Dutch, you would say, ben je dit weekend vrij? Ben je dit weekend vrij? Yes, that would be a question to ask about somebody's availability in the weekend. Then the next sentence that you can ask in a different situation, you want to know if somebody has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, right? So how do you ask that? You say, heb je een vriend / vriendin? So I will read it 2 times now, one with vriend and one with vriendin. So you can ask, heb je een vriend? So that means a boyfriend. Of heb je een vriendin? And that means a girlfriend. Okay, and then let's go to the next one. And that is, maybe you've been on a date with somebody and then you want to continue the dating, right? So you can say, or you want to ask someone, shall we meet another time? So how do we say that in Dutch? We say that the following, on the left-hand side, zullen we nog eens afspreken? Zullen we nog eens afspreken? So that means, shall we meet another time? Yes, so these are an additional 3 sentences in the dating phase. So let's practice these together again. Let's go to the first one. Ben je dit weekend vrij? So repeat after me. Ben je dit weekend vrij? Then we go to the second one. Heb je een vriend? Heb je een vriend? So repeat after me. We do the first one. Heb je een vriend? Yes. And then if you want to ask if they have a girlfriend, you say, heb je een vriendin? Heb je een vriendin? Repeat after me. Heb je een vriendin? Okay, good. And then we go to the third one. You've been on a date and you want to ask them out maybe for another time. So you say, zullen we nog eens afspreken? Zullen we nog eens afspreken? Repeat after me. Zullen we nog eens afspreken? Yes, exactly. Good, good. So now I want to just teach you a little bit more words that have to do with dating and with love in general. So Dutch words related to love. So we saw already some of the words, but here we have them separately. So if we are talking about the date, in Dutch we call that het afspraakje. Het afspraakje. That is the date. Het afspraakje. Then we have the word the love. The love is de liefde. So that's just a general word for love, right? De liefde. De liefde. Then we have a word, the love relationship. So if you're into a love relationship with someone, so you're not married yet, but you are into a love relationship, then you can say de verkering. So de verkering. Yes, good. And then we have one more. You can also say de relatie. So if you're in a relationship with each other, you say you have a relatie, you have a relationship. And in Dutch we say de relatie. De relatie. Yes, so these are 4 words. Let's look at them from the beginning and practice your pronunciation. So the first one is het afspraakje. Repeat after me. Het afspraakje. Right, that is the date. Then the love in general is de liefde. Repeat after me. De liefde. Yes, exactly. Then we go to the love relationship and that is de verkering. De verkering. Yes. And then we go to a relationship and that's more like an established relationship. And then we call it, that's quite similar word as in English. We call it de relatie. De relatie. So repeat after me, de relatie. Okay, good. I have more words for you that are related to love, and that is, for example, to be in love. And we saw that before. To be in love or to have a crush on someone. In Dutch we say verliefd zijn. Verliefd zijn, right? Then another word for you that's good to know is, of course, and we saw that before already, if you're talking about a boyfriend, then you would say mijn vriend. Mijn vriend. And then, of course, we also have a girlfriend. If we're talking about a girlfriend, we say mijn vriendin. Mijn vriendin. Yes, exactly. And then if we're talking about a kiss in Dutch is relatively similar to the English, but we have a sound, so we call that een kus. Een kus. Yes. So these are some additional words. Let's practice these also together and then we move to a quiz. So the first one, repeat after me. Verliefd zijn. Verliefd zijn. Yes, exactly. Then repeat after me. Mijn vriend. Mijn vriend. Right? That is if you talk about your boyfriend. Then if you talk about your girlfriend, you say mijn vriendin. Repeat after me. Mijn vriendin. And then if you're talking about a kiss, you say een kus. Repeat after me. Een kus. Yes, exactly. Well done, well done. Alright, so now you know some words in Dutch, but then the question is, how is dating with a Dutch person? Dating Dutch people. Talking about dating, many Dutch people like to keep things casual and let things progress naturally. As many other things in the life of the Dutch, they approach their romantic life also with a sense of practicality. And this laid-back approach to dating does not mean that Dutch men and women do not take love and relationships seriously. It's just that the Dutch can be cautious with letting newcomers in, whether this is a friendship or a romantic partnership. And that is maybe why some foreigners say that the Dutch avoid making real connections with foreigners. Some also say that reaching a serious relationship level can take time. This is not necessarily personal, but somewhat of a result of the typical Dutch personality traits. Of course, it is possible to find love with a local, and many foreigners report happy relationships and marriages with Dutch nationals. Alright, so now you know some words, you know some things about the Dutch culture and love relationships. So now let's do a short quiz together. Let's see if you remember some of the things we've learned, okay? So an important sentence that you want to remember is, ik hou van jou. So if somebody says that to you, do you know what it means? Does it mean A, I love you? Does it mean B, I like you? Does it mean C, I've got a crush on you? Or does it mean D, you are so beautiful? What is the answer? Think about it. Is it A, B, or C, or D? I'm going to give you the answer. And of course, yes, it means A. I love you. Ik hou van jou means I love you. Good. I have a second question for you. Here we go. And the question is, if somebody says to you, for example, je ziet er goed uit. Wat betekent dat? What does that mean? Je ziet er goed uit. What does that mean? Does that mean A, you are so cute? Does that mean B, you look great? Does that mean C, you mean so much to me? Or does it mean D, you're so beautiful? And what do you think? Is it A, B, C, or D? I'll let you think about it. 3, 2, 1, and make your choice. And what it means, of course, is you look great. So this is a good expression that you can use, right? Je ziet er goed uit. All right, then we go to the third word or the third question I have for you. And that is het afspraakje. Do you remember what that means? I taught it you before. Does that mean A, the love? Does that mean a kiss? Does it mean the love relationship, or does it mean the date? What is it, you think? A, B, C, or D? Think about it. And 3, 2, 1. And here we go. Let us take a look. Ding dong. Yes, D, the date. Het afspraakje is the date. So remember that. Okay, good. So we looked at some language, we looked at some cultural aspects, we did a little bit of a quiz. Now I have something for you to improve your learning. I have some flashcards for you. So using flashcards for learning a language is a great way to reinforce words and concepts. So flashcards, they have a Dutch word on it, you have the pronunciation on it, and then on the bottom you see the English words. And attached to this course, you can download the flashcards. So look attached to the course to the link, and then you find a PDF, and in the PDF are all the flashcards and you can cut them out. So how do you use these flashcards? Okay, what you can do, so you cut them out and then you shuffle them like cards and separate similar Dutch words, right? So if the words are very similar, separate them from each other, that they're not too close to each other. So that is one tip. Another tip I have for you, if you use the cards, read the cards out loud. When you pick up the flashcards, read the entire card. And by speaking and hearing, you'll create even a stronger connection that will help you to remember it later. Alright, so another tip that I want to give you for the flashcards is reverse the approach. So normally maybe you look first at the English and then you look at the Dutch, right? And that's how you practice it. After a while, what you can do is then look at the Dutch and think, okay, what does this mean in English? And then you go from Dutch to English. So that helps you to give different angles on the language, and having more angles on the language deepens your learning. And then the last tip I have for you to learn, use the flashcards and to get the language more into your head is to customize what you learn. So once you know some of the basics, focus on the language that you need to use. So imagine you are planning to meeting a Dutch friend. Then what you want to do is study up on the relevant language and make some of these flashcards, for example, with greetings, questions about their well-being. And then when you meet them in person or you meet them in another situation on Skype or on Zoom or on the telephone, then you can use those expressions. And then you really feel like, hey, I'm moving forward, I'm learning something and I'm using it in practice. Because using it in real life is the best way to use it. So I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope you use it. I hope you download the flashcards and that you practice it yourself. And if you want to learn more, that is possible because I've got good news for you. We have many modules. So the modules we're offering are please and thank you, how to say that in Dutch. How to say hello and goodbye, you can practice that too. Then how to say happy birthday in Dutch. And then today, of course, we've spoken about how to say I love you in Dutch. Then we also got some other modules is how to count in Dutch, how to name and pronounce colors in Dutch, how to learn the Dutch alphabet and pronunciation, and of course an important one is how to tell the time in Dutch. So I hope you enjoy the content of this course. I hope you want to study some more. So I hope I will see you in the next course and keep studying Dutch. Alright, bye for now.